Welcome to our top 10 isometric mobile games. Samurai duels, tactical stealth, loot-hungry ARPGs, and clever puzzles. Built for clean readability, precise touch controls, and short, addictive missions. Quick runs, deep builds, big style. Ready to master dodges, parries, and perfect headshots? Let's dive in. Xenowerk, a fast, isometric twin-stick shooter built for mobile precision and quick, punchy runs. You're the cleanup specialist sent beneath a biolab, sweeping room by room with buttery-smooth dual-stick controls and a signature flashlight cone that carves through darkness and reveals threats at the last second. Every mission is a tight arena of risk and reward. Clear mutant nests, manage distance, and chain kills to keep momentum high. What sets Xenowerk apart is readability and pace. Clean, isometric visuals, crisp hit feedback, and snappy missions perfect for short-length sessions. Between runs, upgrade armor and weapons, stack perks for your playstyle, and return stronger to push deeper levels and tougher variants. No clutter, no filler, just arcade pure action that respects your time and your thumbs. If you want a mobile isometric shooter that feels precise, rewards mastery, and looks great even in the darkest corridors, Xenowerk delivers. Ronin, the Last Samurai. Razor-sharp isometric samurai action where every swing matters. You are a lone swordsman in a Sumie Ink world, advancing through shrines, bamboo paths, and ambush alleys with deliberate, timing-based combat. The core is discipline. Read enemy tells, step in, parry at the last heartbeat, and finish with decisive counters. Mistakes are brutal. Victories feel earned. What sets Ronin apart is clarity and cadence. Clean isometric readability, bold silhouettes, and crisp audio cues that teach timing without clutter. Runs are short, but intense. Clear stages, face mini-bosses and duels, then invest earned resources into katana techniques, defensive arts, and passive buffs that shape your style. Build for ironclad parries, bleeding strikes, or evasive ripostes, then return stronger to challenge tougher variants and boss patterns. It's combat purity tuned for touch. Precise swipes and taps, no joystick fuss, just focus and flow. If you crave a mobile isometric slasher that rewards patience, mastery, and perfect timing, Ronin, the Last Samurai delivers. Powerlust, a gritty, isometric action RPG that puts skill first and gimmicks last. You're a lone mage fighter diving into procedurally generated dungeons with tight virtual stick movement and manual skill aiming. No autoplay, no training wheels. The combat loop is deliberate. Kite, dodge, time your bursts, and chain abilities to melt elites before they corner you. What sets Powerlust apart is pure control and progression. Offline play, clean readability, and a deep build system where gear, runes, and passives reshape your kit. Spec into glass cannon crits, tanky lifesteal, or rapid-fire spell slinging, then push harder tiers and optional permadeath for real stakes. Between runs, refine stats, unlock new abilities, and min-max your loadout for faster clears. It's ARPG fundamentals. Impactful hits, smart cooldowns, meaningful upgrades, distilled for mobile and tuned for mastery. Glory Ages, Samurais. Tactical, isometric swordplay where timing and positioning win every duel. You move through misty villages, forest paths, and bridge ambushes, facing disciplined enemies who block, flank, and punish greed. The loop is deliberate. Bait an attack, sidestep, parry at the last heartbeat, then finish with clean, cinematic slow-mo. What sets Glory Ages, Samurais apart is enemy AI and clarity, readable silhouettes, crisp audio cues, and measured stamina combat that rewards patience over button mashing. Short missions keep the pace brisk. Clear patrols, isolate captains, survive wave arenas, then invest earnings into new blades, armor, and combat perks that define your style. Build for iron parries, bleeding counters, or evasive dash cuts, and return stronger for harder variants and boss duels. Touch controls are precise. No clutter, just dodge, guard, and decisive strikes. If you want a mobile isometric slasher that feels fair, punishes mistakes, and makes every victory feel earned, Glory Age's Samurais delivers. Undecember drops you into a dark, stylish online ARPG with strong MMO vibes, shared hubs, global chat, co-op dungeons, and a player economy that keeps the world alive whenever you log in. There are no fixed classes here. You are what you build. Mix weapons, swap playstyles on the fly, and sculpt your identity through the Zodiac stat board and a deep rune system. Link active skills with support runes to create screen-melting combos or sturdy, sustain-heavy setups. Combat is fast and precise, dodge telegraphed slams, burst elites with cooldown windows, and unleash ultimates when the boss breaks. Push endgame with chaos dungeons, raids, and seasonal events that reward teamwork and smart gearing. Prefer competition? Test your setup in PvP and climb leaderboards. Craft and upgrade, chase legendaries, and trade through the market to fund your next power spike. Perfect for theory crafters and min-maxers. Join a guild for group buffs, coordinated clears, and steady progression goals. Cross-platform play lets you grind on PC, then continue on mobile. If you want the loot rush of a Diablo-style game with genuine multiplayer, Undecember delivers big world, big party energy you can carry anywhere. Cat Quest III, a bright, isometric action RPG that swaps grim dungeons for sunlit seas and breezy pirate cat adventure. You sail between bite-sized islands, hop off the deck, and clear dungeons in quick, satisfying bursts, perfect for mobile sessions. Combat is crisp and readable. Dodge roll through swipes and spells. Burst down elites with charged attacks, then weave in magic for big payoffs. What sets Cat Quest III apart is clarity and momentum. Clean UI, bold silhouettes, and quests that flow so you're never stuck. Just exploring, fighting, and looting at a perfect pace. Between runs, mix gear sets, enchant weapons, unlock ship upgrades, and stack passives to shape your style. Glass cannon crits, nimble spellblade, or tanky swashbuckler. Touch controls feel natural. Precise movement, quick ability taps, zero clutter. If you want an approachable, colorful, isometric ARPG that respects your time while still rewarding mastery, Cat Quest III delivers. Soul Huntress, a stylish, isometric action RPG about precision, positioning, and relentless momentum. You play a swift reaper tracking corrupted spirits across gothic streets and twilight ruins, dashing in for burst damage, then slipping away before the counter-strike. The core loop is clean and readable. Telegraphed enemy tells, tight hitboxes, and a dodge parry counter rhythm that rewards patience and nerve. What sets Soul Huntress apart is build expression and flow. Swap scythes, spell charms, and curses to craft your style. Bleeding crits, shadow clones, or barrier-breaking hexes. Short, punchy missions make it perfect for mobile sessions. Clear a zone, reap shards, upgrade boons, and push into tougher variants and boss arenas. No clutter, no autoplay, just responsive touch controls and crisp feedback that teach mastery fast. If you want an isometric slasher that feels fair, fast, and endlessly tunable, Soul Huntress delivers. Space Marshals 3, a tactical, isometric stealth shooter with a slick sci-fi western vibe. You're a bounty hunter clearing bite-sized missions where planning beats panic. Scout vision cones, use cover, isolate targets, and decide between silent takedowns or loud firefights. The loop rewards precision. Mark enemies, toss distractions, trigger traps, then execute clean, controlled bursts. What sets Space Marshals 3 apart is deliberate pacing and clarity. Readable arenas, crisp hit feedback, and gadgets that open multiple solutions. Stun grenades, decoys, EMPS, drones, and non-lethal tools for perfect runs. Levels are designed for replay, optional objectives, hidden gear, and challenge modifiers that push smarter routes instead of mindless rush. Between missions, refine your loadout. Silenced pistols, shotguns, rifles, armor perks, and tailor builds for ghost, hybrid, or guns blazing. No autoplay, no clutter, just precise touch controls and tactical freedom that makes every takedown feel earned. Lara Croft, Guardian of Light. A crisp, isometric action-adventure that blends combat, traps, and clever puzzle rooms. You navigate jungle temples and lava caverns with tight virtual stick movement, lining up precise shots while reading enemy tells and environmental hazards. The loop is deliberate. Roll through spear throws, plant remote bombs to open routes, trigger pressure plates, and chain dodges with quick bursts of firepower. What sets Lara Croft, Guardian of Light apart is encounter design. Clear isometric readability, trap-driven arenas, and puzzle switches that reward timing as much as aim. Short, replayable stages keep momentum high with score targets, relic challenges, and time trials. Between runs, mix artifacts and relics to shape your build. Harder hits, faster rolls, or explosive synergy, and return for cleaner, faster clears. No clutter, no autoplay, just precise touch controls, satisfying feedback, and raid-ready tomb raiding. Tree of Savior. NEO brings classic isometric MMORPG adventure to mobile with a fresh, fast pace. Start as a base class and evolve through deep job advancements, mixing roles to craft your perfect build. Every level matters. Unlock attribute synergies, slot enchants, and chain skills into stylish, screen-filling combos. Explore hand-drawn towns and fields, from sunlit plazas to haunted cathedrals, packed with world events, hidden quests, and field bosses. Team up for co-op dungeons and 8-player raids where timing your party buffs and crowd control is the difference between loot and a wipe. Craving competition? Jump into 3v3 arenas and guild territory wars. Positioning and burst windows win fights. Progress fast with smart mobile features, auto-pathing to quests, bite-sized dailies, controller-friendly combat, and seasonal events loaded with cosmetics. If you want freedom to theorycraft in a world that rewards teamwork, Tree of Savior NEO is ready.